Let's start off Phase 3 with Captain America Civil War. Probably don't need to say this, but spoilers ahead, so click that like button and come back later. I'll start this review off by saying that this is definitely not a Captain America film, it's an Avengers film. Like mentioned in my last few videos, I've noticed a little trend with some of the last few Marvel films being a little bit boring. But this movie definitely ends that trend with Zemo. Even though Zemo is just a normal human being, he manages to do something that no villain has ever done before. He manages to take down the Avengers from the inside. That was something Ultron was trying to do back in Age of Ultron, and even he couldn't pull that off. To me, Zemo is basically the Joker of the MCU. Well, right next to Loki, of course. My favorite character of the film has to be Peter Parker. This was his first debut as Spider-Man, and I was so happy to finally see him in the MCU. I'm also really glad that this was the first movie Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther appeared in. That reminds me, rest in peace Chadwick Boseman, you are missed. I love how cool his costume looks in this film. I loved how it looked all leather and metallic at the same time. And speaking of costumes, this is probably the best Captain America suit within the MCU. Even though it's basically the same suit from Age of Ultron, it's still a really cool design. I do have some problems with the film though. Like, how exactly did Steve know that Bucky killed Tony's parents? I guess maybe you could argue that Steve found out back during the Winter Soldier movie. But another thing that I wasn't really the biggest fan of was Tony's character. I know he was just trying to question all his actions with the events of Ultron and everything. I feel like if he had done a little bit of research towards the beginning of the film and had trusted Steve's word, none of this would have ever happened. This film probably had some of the greatest references within the MCU too, like introducing Red Wing and Giant Man. God, I cheered in the theater when I saw that scene. I have two favorite parts in this film, one being that awesome airport fight scene. So awesome to see our favorite heroes go up against one another. And my second favorite scene is the final battle where Steve and Tony fought, recreating one of my favorite comic book covers. I give this movie an 8.6 out of 10, give me a B. Anyway, that's my review. Go down to those comments and tell me what you thought, and click that like and subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest content. See ya!